next 90 days, hands down. Here's something I do in my business. Here's a fella, his name was Arthur Horvatz. I'll remember him as long as I can live. He was a truck driver. Drove the truck for 40 years. Kind of a rough and tumble type of guy. Talked like a sailor many times. The guy not too social. I was referred over to his home and went in, and him and his wife were there, did the notes and measurements. I talked with his wife. I said, Betty, you know, Arthur doesn't seem too friendly and doesn't seem too into this process. What's the deal? And I wind up listening to the process. She goes, oh, never mind him, never mind him, never mind him. The whole time I was there. And then it just like, I just want to connect with people. It's not always about the money. I just want to enjoy the process too. And I'm working, trying to get. And I said, Betty, what do I need to do to get this? You know, what do I need to do to connect with this guy? And she goes, oh, are you upset because you're going through the home here and he's not into it and he seems like, you know, trying to throw a wrench in the whole process? It just seems that way. And she said, here's one thing you need to know. She said, Arthur his great-grandfather built this home. He was born in the living room in this home. He said, when we got married, we inherited the home, and we've raised our children in this home. She said, just so you know, this home is a big deal to him. And, oh, I get it. He doesn't want to sell, but he knows he has to. I get it. So this is one thing I started to do. And this is where I started with Arthur. I knew he was into the home. What can I do? What can I do for him to help him take the memories of the home with him? So I commissioned an artist to go take a watercolor painting of his home. And at the time of closing, I wrapped it up real nice, came to the closing. After everything was complete, we're parting ways. I hug Betty, give her a big kiss. He kind of just doesn't even want to shake my hand, kind of walks away. I go, Arthur, I have something for you. He looks over his shoulder, reluctantly steps up. I hand him the package, and he tucks it under his arm and starts walking away. And his wife goes, no, open it now, open it now. And I go, it's up to him. You want to open it now? He opens it up. He sees a picture of his home that he just sold. He starts shaking. Water starts coming out of his eyes. He flips it over, and on the back of the watercolor of the painting, I wrote, "Dear Arthur and Betty, you know, obviously the home means a lot to you, and you've sold the home to a new family. But my hopes and dreams are that you can take the memories of this house with you for the rest of your life." And he read that, and I signed off, "Not your average Joe." He got it. And I didn't know what he was going to do. I thought he was going to bang me over the head with it. I was ready, so he handed it to his wife. He looked at me, and I'm ready to, you know, I'm ready for him. He gives me the biggest bear hug that I've ever gotten. I felt like I cracked a few ribs in the meantime. He says, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Now, here's the best thing. I've connected with him. He moved to Florida. I later found out that he's the president of the Truck Drivers Union. All these other truck drivers, they're tired of the snow and the rain and then the cold weather. They're all moving to Florida. He refers them all to me. And at the closing of every one, all these big, rough guys, "Do you have a picture for me?" More where that comes. As a matter of fact, Brian had set this up for me. And this was a treat for me. Brian had asked me for a picture of my home. And I knew he's always into surprising, a real giving guy. And he had actually ran into Russell McRae. And he had actually, one of the things Russell does is he'll actually take a picture of a home and he'll have a watercolor like simulation of that, of that done for the home. And that's my home right here. You see that? This is a newer home in an older area. I built this home 7 years ago. It has a limestone foundation and a big wraparound porch. But when I saw that, it was kind of like a nice feeling. And Russell is actually here. Russell, you want to stand up and say hello? Just wave and say hi, Russell. All right, so here's what Russell does. He's actually done that for us. Brian actually set this up, so I appreciate that. And he'll actually do that little closing. It's pretty neat, isn't it? It's not $500 like I had to pay. It's $99. And he's able to do that. That's pretty neat, isn't it? So if you're interested in having a watercolor, as a closing gift or a buyer buying a new home, you can see Russell give me your card. It's something nice. It's inexpensive. It's systemized. It's done. There you go. Includes shipping. All right, good. Shipping and packaged real nice. So anyway, here's the point I'm making here. Here's the point. You got to find ways that you can connect. You got to find ways that you can connect.